Hi everyone, it's Danny from Life Lived Intentionally. Today we're going to talk about the 6 things that you probably didn't know about Advent. First thing is that you're probably familiar with Advent as being a time of preparation and getting ready to celebrate the birth of the baby. But did you know that Advent's actually a time to prepare and ready yourself for the promise of the second coming of Jesus? Yeah, I thought that was really cool too. It's actually a preparation of the return of the King. And that's what makes Advent really unique. It's not just about the baby, but it's also about the return of the King, because he is coming again, and we can rejoice and be happy about that. So number 2, Advent actually comes from the Latin word, which means coming. Latin adventus is the translation of the Greek word parousia. Did I say that right? It's commonly used to refer to the second coming of Christ, which we just talked about, right? Number 3, it's actually the beginning of a new year. Typically, we celebrate our new year at the beginning of January. But did you know that the church's year and the church's calendar actually begins at Advent? Number 4, the Advent wreath. You might have heard of it. It has different candles. It can have 4 candles or 5 candles, and the colors can actually vary. Typically, the color of the candles are purple, or they can be red, and they can have 4 or 5 candles. If you have a 5th candle, it's typically white, and it stands for Christ's cradle, or it's called the Christ candle. And for the candles on the wreath, there's a variety of symbols for each of these candles. So what I have read is that there's at least 5 different themes that are used for each of these 4 candles, or 5 candles, depending on your tradition. Number 5, there's actually a color that represents Advent, and that would be the color purple. Number 6, so the concept of the Advent wreath actually originated in Germany in the 16th century by a pastor named Johann Heinrich Wichern. He actually made his first Advent wreath with, I think 24 small little red candles and then 4 large candles that were lit on the Sundays. It was actually for children to help them count down the days to Christmas and to help them with their impatience. I guess you could say he began the Advent calendar. 7. So another thing you might not have known about Advent is that originally it began during a fasting time. This has changed over the years, where Advent has become more of a season of hope. And that's the hope that we see that Christ has already come as a baby, and we look at that as a promise that Christ will come again as the King. I hope you found all of that really interesting. I hope that helps you in your Advent celebration and observance. Comment below if you have things to add. Maybe you have other traditions that I've never heard of, and we can talk about it. Have a great day. We'll talk again.